now live. So, to give the recap, for inspiration.
Oh, sure. It was a fairly simple one last time, and I could use the inspiration.
Yes.
A wonderful recap of us doing very little, but quite a lot in a span of 17 days. Now, we decided to have some downtime after capturing a demon. We didn't kill it yet, maybe later. So, we then proceeded to just enjoy ourselves for a good 17 days is what the maximum we set as, specifically because that is the amount of time it took Ironwing day and night to go through a vigorous air challenge training, which then yielded them some beautiful speedy rewards. And with each day having to make a new con save, only actually got to exhaustion 3. Kind of impressive. While that was going on, John and Hingle were tinkering away, making barbed wire traps, attempting to make a grappling hook, which sadly went nowhere. That could have been beautiful. Making Armilla a new extendable short sword wrist attachment thing. However you want to call it without just straight up saying the sword from Doom Eternal. Well, not the sword, the armed sword. There's also the sword. Either way. The siblings went searching around for spell ingredients and enchanting reagents and such. Eventually, later on, within the roughly 2 week, in the 2 weeks, had the help of Ignatius and Tharmella after they got done with their training and retraining of skills that they found an abandoned mine that perhaps we might explore later, but they did at least get a good 10-pound thing of silver.
Yeah, I have 10 pounds in my inventory.
10 pounds of silver, which will come in mighty handy. Of silver.
No, I have 10 pounds of iron. Who has the silver?
Iron. One of them has the silver. There you go.
Okay.
Kenna was just reading books and helping with Ironwing to learn some common in between their training. Already touched on Ignatius, But then, at the very end, the very big thing happened where 2 of our many warlocks had some dreams. John's widely staying a secret thus far, so have fun. It'll probably be touched on in this session. But the main one was Renea getting 6 angelic wings that she is now allowed to summon and desummon at will. To fly around. And it's her birthday, so fun times. Other than that, campsite chat, fun times. Currently, everybody would just be booling on the porch. That's about it. We did a lot and yet not much last time.
It's true. Very good, very good. You have received inspiration. And
speaking of those barbed wire bombs, I still need to make the stats.
As the party gathers, days of downtime, or in the case of our friend in the neighborhood, Bat, Ironwing, well, a lot of work and very little sleep, and by little I mean none, you have gathered in the grand hall of Stag's Glen. There are a few paths before you, or, whatever you guys want to do, but rest has ended.
Also, it should be noted, our party name is officially the Fateful Eight by democracy.
Aha! The Fateful Eight, then. Yes. Like the Mighty Nine, you are the Fateful Eight. But there are no
Of democracy.
Yes.
Sage, Dayman is
just-
currently not working.
What?
Dayman's not playing in the voice
Oh,
channel.
The micropenis was bad enough. Now there's performance issues.
Ah! God, son of a damn it!
We just needed to re-establish
We
the
don't-
deal.
Oh yes! Oh yes! I forgot an important part of the recap. We established the rules for dick size. What was it, like 2d4
Wait, no. So
plus
I was rolling d12s before, but I think the best way, the most scientifically accurate way, is 2d6 minus 2. If you get a 0, you re-roll. If you are a race with the powerful build trait, it is 2d8 minus 2.
You're welcome, Sage. This is an important part of the recap.
Yes, very much so. Anyways.
Sage wishes for death and is going to bring it upon us now.
Negative action.
Anyways,
Negative. I'll take it.
you guys are in Stags Glen. What would you like to do?
We wanted to head east to speak with Sophronia. Right.
Excellent.
Let's go do that.
Copy tokens.
That sounds like a plan.
Ooh, Kydron map. You have new things on your map, by the way.
Oh lord.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's new and different.
Wait. Are we able to see our map like outside of session? Because I've only been able to find the general map.
Yeah, same.
Your
Or if not, that doesn't matter.
I mean, your map specifically, because all these icons are tokens on map tools. Like I can start adding them
Oh.
to the map
Got you.
on the World Anvil. But yeah, these are specific for your campaign, because the other campaign in this campaign, which is the other game in this campaign, has different things found. And
Thanks,
stuff,
ye-
so separate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've had a different path because they went through the caves, unlike you.
Hey. Hey, that's still on you.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys have several new locations. You have the Moon Whisper Flower Grove, the Iron Mine that you have been mining the iron to get your, silencer stuff, the Fire Lily Flower Grove, and the Silver Mine, which was abandoned, which you guys did not enter. And you have Blender sold up here.
And you,
Seen that area already, so
and you know,
and cave
creeping
stuff.
rot.
Creeping rot all around. Anyways, you guys are traveling eastward through the foothills and up the mountain. Oh, what pace are you guys wanting to travel at?
I think me.
I mean, poor Iron Wing.
Oh, yeah.
To roll that self out.
Yeah, but
I think-
Iron Wing still moves at 40 feet.
Yeah,
They're still fine.
even with it half.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think medium will be fine.
All right. Are you bringing anyone with you other than the party?
Might
Should
be a
we
good
bring
idea to bring
Maxie?
some of the
I
Rangers.
mean, she was able to give us a good
Speed
word with the first lass.
All right. You're bringing Maxie with you, which means your speed is not horribly slow. Jesus. There's a horrible slowness without Maxie. Anyways, she's a guide, and she brings it from trackless to road or trail, so... What's the
I
slowest
didn't
person
even
in the
think
party?
about that.
Probably Iron Wing.
Well, Iron Wings is 40,
yeah.
so...
Iron Wing
Yeah.
is 40.
I think
and if
it's just
if
30.
y'all are on mounts,
Well,
John's speed is
only
30.
Armila and maybe someone else is on a mount. Well, and Hingle.
Alright, medium pace, 30 feet. That's what we're looking at. So you guys begin moving. Oh, that's a giant circle. Okay. Moving through the foothills. Oh, it's not bad.
It's really not far.
2 hours later, through traveling through the woods. Luckily, Eastward is fairly peaceful in that counters don't occur every 2 hours. So, you know, there you go.
Wow.
You guys travel through after waking or finishing trials early, or relatively based upon the time of day, not early, because, you know. Anyways, you arrive at the Lost Rowena Pass, the glen of the Dryad here of Sephiroth. But I need to mark the time on your tracker real quick. Boop. It's now that time. Okay. And as we go to Lost Rowena Pass. Oh, I need to go grab Maxi.
Right, Renee, you still have that curse on you, right?
I do, but Melbor cast that atonement spell on me, so I should be fine.
Okay. Well,
Hopefully.
Yes.
Wait, is Renee still, like, destroying the grass beneath her?
Nope.
Oh,
Notice
okay.
Plus, she's
since
not
the
even
atonement.
walking. She's been flying this whole time. Couple inches off the ground, but still flying.
Can you reliably hover like that?
she's never gonna walk again.
I mean, if she's doing it for extended period of times, I will have her land at some point.
Did you find out your official movement speed on your wings?
Just my normal walking speed.
That's
And my duration on that is unlimited, right?
Yeah, it's just you can activate it or deactivate it using the same action economy that it was as an Asmar.
Oh, so it's basically the sorcerer thing where they just get wings at 14th level?
Sort of. I mean, it's more of like a, hey, you now have the same benefit the teeth things have. With wings.
Okay.
And that it's, permanent. But flavor-wise, it's like ethereal angelic wings, so it's like the sorcerer one too, but it's weird. Anyways.
Oh, by the way, this totally slipped my mind, but I totally would have had Daniel surprise his sister by reminding her of her birthday. And she would have asked for Calvin's gun to get cleaned up because that thing's a mess. And she's got Calvin's headscarf that she'd like to turn into a belt-like sash.
Excellent.
So I'm assuming the people in the party can do that no problem. So she's got presents, not as cool as wings.
That's a pretty high bar there.
Yeah, we're not going to beat that.
Unfair comparison.
All right.
But she
Say-
now has
I don't think that's a very fair comparison here, miss. We can't make wings.
You're not a god. Oh, you don't give good presents.
So, you see before you a grand valley outside of the cliff face to the east. The cliff face itself is flanked by two dwarven statues and bears dwarvic runes upon it. There's a large archway carved in similar runes, and several stones carved in druidic spirals. None of you are druids, so you don't read the druidic symbols upon them. You just think they're
what
spirals.
about Eyes of the Runekeeper?
You're not a druid.
Even though
You're
it's
not
right
a
in.
druid. You have to be a druid. Druid is a magical secret language,
It's a code like thieves can't.
basically.
Non-literal
People
languages.
you many languages, including languages that you probably should not know. And not like mechanic-wise, probably should not know flavor-wise. Like languages that happened in the previous campaign. Anyways, in the center of this valley is a large tree, seemingly of oak, but Maxie would point out that this is darkwood. You see beneath its boughs a grove, a henge of stones. Another menhir stone.
So we got more of those fancy stones. God.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that we're gonna have to deal with more demons now that there's more of these damn stones.
I don't think the demons I don't think the stones actually relate to demons at all. It was just kind of a coincidence. Well, not coincidence, more of a one-off thing that a demon happened to be messing with the Menhir stones.
It was corruption.
They could then turn back against the demon.
Man, do I hope you're right.
Did we want to stop here and attune to these? Get the little ability to transport between here and any other set that we've got?
Sure.
Not a bad idea.
That's what he's doing. Oh, fantastic.
Sephiroth should be in the tree in center.
Oh,
We might want to talk to her first. Then
Yeah,
it might
well,
be a little rude to just kind of barge in and.
just like start attuning to some magic rocks without somebody's permission. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have brought your horses. You go grab those.
Well, it's just one horse.
Yeah. Where are you?
Well,
So, who wants to talk to the Dryad?
sure. Why not? John will waltz in front of the party. I guess assume everybody else follows in.
Yeah.
You're moving on forward.
Mhm.
You see the area between these stones is very narrow. But, I mean, there's no one nearby. You think the area is fairly peaceful. In fact, everyone feels at ease here. It's quite calming.
What
Well-
magic?
Can I say again?
What magic is doing this?
What man?
Do you have detect
I-
magic active?
I am calm. What sorcery is it?
I use
Every
action to
barbarian.
steal mind.
Say again.
I use an action to steal mind.
So you're not wanting to be calm.
Irene does not like their mind being messed with.
Alright. You feel exhausted once more.
Worth it.
How much sleep did you get the last 3 weeks, Ironwing? You look awful.
You can't just tell someone they look awful. That's rude.
Exhausted, like awful, like you're so tired. That kind of. I'll just shut up now.
John, effectively
You do
out
that.
of like hearing range of the party, is just gonna keep walking in.
Oh, we're walking behind you.
John has a -3 passive perception. No one else really knows this, but so he does not miss a beat.
Well,
He's just walking in between stones.
Rest as travel.
You guys approach even closer. Quick thing.
So-
Gonna want to approach the tree and give an offering of sorts. I don't think any of you are druids, so you won't be able
No.
to just feel a presence.
Okay.
Any idea what counts as an offering here?
I have a jar with a demon in it.
Not that.
Something tells me. Do you think she likes? Hold on! I have the perfect thing. John will go into his backpack and pull out one of his like homemade granola bars.
You know, that's a better guess than anything I had. Except maybe just like dumping a bunch of gold on the tree, but I don't.
I mean, they're druid. I don't know a lot about druids, but I feel like I'm not their type of person, as I'm covered in like metal.
What would be an appropriate offering, Maxie?
Granola bar?
Gift of life, a planting of a seed. Like food, I guess.
I rolled an 18 to make these. They're not shittily made.
I'm actually fairly new to the order of Stag's Glen, so my knowledge in terms of the Fae and the like is fairly light.
Are there any apparent seeds on the ground?
Wow, we're really just gonna re-gift something on the floor?
You see a few acorns beneath the tree. But, quick glance with... Let me make sure you actually... quick glance from Ironwing, who I know has a high passive perception. They are covered in black veins and are oozing a black ichor.
Hmm.
You can see that these veins are actually also surging in from the edges of this place. Not to the east, but they're coming in from the west. Surging in like this. Snaking in like veins of corruption. They're not fully in this area, and they actually seem, for the most part, the veins themselves stop at the boundary. But, yes, they are corruptions here.
Oh, hey,
So-
Hangle, do you still have that bag of mushrooms?
I do, but we're supposed to sell those for money.
Okay, surely we can spare like a couple, right?
Maybe.
Unless we bought the exact amount we needed,
So
which is a little reckless if you ask me.
we're just supposed to go and place the offering at the base of the tree.
Yes.
Oh, no time like the present.
Alright.
And we'll step in between the stones. Yeah. Oh,
Reach the base of the tree. You see that the tree itself seems to be planted and grown around, however that works, a set of center menhir stones, which is really weird. But, you know, Druid Grove, or Dryad Grove, menhir stones. Another thing that Iron Ruga knows with their high passive perception, there's a few flowers blooming around here.
this is somebody's home, isn't it, too?
The tree itself, yes.
John will take off his hat and courtesy of being in somebody else's home and put the granola bar at the base of the tree.
You see anything?
This Sophronia? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Would just like to have a quick word. A few questions, more of me and the group outside the stones. If it ain't too much trouble.
Roll me a persuasion check. With advantage, because you've offered a gift.
Asking a warlock to make a persuasion check. You're a damn fool.
Normal warlocks don't get persuasion, though. It's not a
Yes.
class skill.
But this one does. That is
Well, that is a number. 17 plus
25.
28 is... Yeah, 25.
17 plus 8. It's
Alright. 25.
Big
Let's
number.
see here. You would see roots begin to rise up from the ground and take granola bar as it is pulled beneath the earth. Are you sexually attracted to females?
yes.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Outstepping from the tree is perhaps the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. The Dryad Sophronia, who has nymph beauty, by the way, which is why it's important. I asked that.
Gotcha. I can assume what that means, even though I don't know. I'm just going to go off of context clues.
She would step out. You can see that her form... these are actually tattoos, but there are other parts of her that have a similar blacking vein snaking throughout her body. It's light, but it is getting ever closer to her throat and to her heart. She looks sick.
Okay, thank fuck.
What-
Oh, if you
Okay, I see.
Roll to not whistle.
She would move out and begins speaking in Sylvan. Do you understand Sylvan?
I do not.
Alright, let me bring up my Sylvan translator.
Wonderful.
I think it's Irish, but let me go make sure.
It-
Let
If
me-
it's
any of us speak
anywhere near gnomish.
Oh nope, I have my own translator. It's close. You're gonna get some of the words.
Oh, cool.
You said it was close to Celestial as well, and I think Kenna speaks Sylvan.
I know Kenna
Or-
speaks Aklo. Let's see
Lavon
here.
spoke Sylvan.
Just Elvin and Aqua.
Uh,
Lack of druids. Wah.
However, my pseudo dragon, fairy dragon, does speak Sylvan, and I can communicate with them through Aqua.
There you go.
Alright. You would hear the following. Talalaval ile kala bahasho. Amintana mano pora. Translates, Traveler, you beseech me. For what purpose?
John, she just wants to know why we're here.
Okay, actually, I widely don't know. That would be more for the
I'm going to dismount Mac and send him like 60 feet back.
Bark!
We needed information about
Little
Valendra
lady.
Gold and the Dryad there, right?
yeah. John would like wave in, like Renea, and it's like, why again were we here to talk about this?
Renea will approach with Daniel, her wings folded behind her back. Me and my brother, we serve a celestial. He told us about the corruption here in the forest and asked us to seek you out for aid in cleansing it.
And what language are you speaking in?
Common.
Oh, okay. She will look towards you and respond in common. I've come to cleanse this corruption. She will look down and see a bit of tears welling up as they drop to the ground, a golden embrace upon the ground. She will look back up. And you are what I hoped for, what I prayed for. The forest is dying. My sister is dying. If you will, you have already spoken on helping, but the corruption comes from my sister, from that foul temple above her that has corrupted her. That dragon that has spread it further.
A dragon.
Is the dragon's name... I just blanked. I know the name. I know it in character. Saraye. Is the dragon's name Saraye? Or does she go by that name in a humanoid form?
Let's see if she heard this name. Make sure it's the right skill. Yes, okay.
So let's say +8. God damn. God damn.
Saraya is one of the names she goes by. I believe at one point she was known as Serenith.
That is a name I have heard of. The dragon who lives to the north of Lindern's Hold.
That dragon is the one who birthed her. She took upon her the mother's name. And her mother is the one who killed my other sister, Fiero. This forest is poisoned by their filth. Their corruption. Pools of poison line up, turning the land to a swamp. Is the corruption of this lesser dragon now spreads the filth of that temple, spreading the desiccation, the desert-like power. Would ask you not to end the corruption through violence, through peaceful means. I do not know how to end this corruption of Stag's Glen, which is fueled by this dragon's fury, or the corruption of Lendrin's hold. But my sister, I feel there is a way connected deep within her roots. I can feel it, surging through the forest, reaching into my own. It seeks to embrace me now with its filth. As you can see the veins beginning pulsing and sneaking ever closer to her throat and heart. There's not much time left. And All Hallows Eve is when it will fully take hold. The forest will be lost.
Okay, can you give us any additional direction on this non-violent thing? Because, Ignatius kind of like gestures around at the group. In case you haven't noticed, violence is sort of our thing. That's sort of how we solve all of our problems.
Let's see here.
Well, to be fair, we haven't done much in the way of killing in quite some time.
And that has made things very difficult.
You're not wrong. I kind of miss it, but...
Renee frowns and glares at John.
But... we've not been killing much recently. We have a demon in a jar now, which we still gotta deal with.
Yeah, we've kind of postponed killings.
So, don't kill her sister.
Obviously.
Can we kill the dragon?
Can we kill the dragon?
Okay, I'm more of asking of is that a solution other than are we physically able to kill?
The dragon's corruption permeates through this land. Its death, while unfortunate, will be necessary to save others, to keep the balance of nature.
John gets a wide grin. Well,
we should not be excited about this.
Yeah.
I imagine
Do you know
she has claimed her mother's den as her own now.
So, would you have any insight, miss, on helping your sister non-violently? I would rather not kill one of your kind.
All I know is that it is deeply rooted within her, well, roots. Something with the temple's corruption, with the veil being torn there, has allowed its filth to seep into the roots of her grove.
Do you know anything of demons? The Celestial I serve gave me a vision where he showed a temple, I believe in Valindran's Hold, infested by demons.
Check. I know they are beings of chaos, of a vile corruption, but always shifting, always changing. Bestial in nature, they seek to damn the souls through evil intent, through corruption, not through pacts made or through souls stolen like the demons or devils. They are evil incarnate. I do not know if they are there, but the gift structures, they are a weakening of the veil. I imagine that is what's causing the corruption to seep through it. The temples were once, well, protectors of the Feywild. Deeply rooted in the druidic arts. Now they have turned to the skies. To the corruption of their dark gods. The temples now serve as points of opening in the veil, a source of ease to pass through.
Do you know anything about the drowned god?
Another check.
The allies of I blanked on the name again. The elf lady were operating in a similar abandoned temple dedicated to that deity.
Let's see here. The drowned god was one of the Gith, later worshipped by the Kuatoa, the Sawagans, the Grippli. It is a god who was at one point pure, at one point good. But upon their death, upon their rebirth, their mind twisted in death. They have joined the forces of the Abyss.
Quick question out of character stage. Did they just fail to find any references to the drowned god, or were there were references, but they were all redacted in the Arcanastra?
They didn't have any.
Okay.
Any
John-
Gith thing related is generally hard to find because you have to go into the dungeons effectively, which are dangerous. They're like the Alien ruins from Oblivion.
John will take out his little notebook and show her the flaming eye symbol that he was showed and ask, do you happen to know what this is?
Let me check. I have not seen that, no. Cannot help you in that, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Search continues.
Wait, what is that, John?
He was showing it specifically to...
Okay, but he is asking what is the picture being shown to.
Like, why are you holding a piece of paper, basically? Your journal.
It's just a little, just a little thing I'm looking into. Could be helpful.
Did you want to show us in case we know something?
We'll talk on the walk back. For now, let's not waste too much of Sophronia's time.
Oh, right, yeah, sure. Okay, so, gift statues weakening the veil. Probably want to do something about that. Dragon will eventually have to be slain in some capacity.
Well, it'd be
Sounds like we
better
can
to,
hit the bullet points there.
would it be
Renee,
better to
did you
kill
want
the dragon first?
I don't know.
I mean, if that's the thing that's spreading the corruption, we might be able to kill that and then help Nemelphia.
So, does your sister live in a similar tree type of structure that you've got going on here? Like sort of grove? Or...
Yes. The
Okay.
grove is beneath the Lendrin's hold.
That's an odd place for a grove. Okay.
Do you have a way to show me what your sister looks like?
Does she have illusion magic? Look at that. Alright, 1 second. Handouts. Lost Fable, handouts. NPCs. Nemelphia. You do not get her corrupted form because she does not know what she looks like right now. Alright.
Am I gonna have to roll to not whistle again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you think I won't.
Like, whether you're attracted to that as a person, that's up to you, but,
That's.
nymph beauty is a nymph beauty.
The two siblings look at each other.
I'm saying a 16, he does not.
Has Renee seen Nemelphia before in that very first vision she got?
You would have seen this.
Well, that's bad.
Didn't Renee see an uncorrupted form before it shifted and twisted?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, that was the dream, the vision that you were given from Paperboy. Well,
I think
Vaseline.
Syrik
Oh, we never got to teach him good jokes.
Yeah, you would have seen both then.
So that was her. I had a vision a while ago. There was a changeling who was allied with Saraye. Saraye, presumably an elven woman with green dragon scales. A man in dark robes with a amulet that looked like an eye of fire. And Nemelphia, who turned to me in the vision and said, "Help me," before transforming into a darker and more twisted form.
Eye of fire.
Oh, hey, while we're here, Renee, did you want to ask about your, atonement process?
Yes. You might be able to tell this already, but I was cursed by dryads after a mistake, which some of them died because of me, and I wish to seek restitution for that.
Yes, I can sense that mistake upon you. But I can also sense your torment. The guilt of this action. You can perform an act for the Feywild. An act to aid it. The torment will be cleansed.
Such as freeing your sister from her corruption.
Yes.
Do you know how we could do that? Say the connection to the abyss is the source of the corruption. Will severing that cleanse her, or will more be necessary?
It is possible severing that connection would be all you need, but I think at this point the corruption is deeply seated within her roots. You will have to go into her grove, end the corruption at its source. Not at her, but whatever lies there that is fueling her anger, her corruption. And
Is there a way?
as long as the connection to this tear in the veil lies, she will not be able to be purified, cured of this corruption.
Is there a way to incapacitate your sister while we deal with the corruption in the grove? I don't imagine she'll let us do that willingly in her current state.
I cannot say, I'm afraid. I know not of what this corruption has done to her, what it has changed her into.
Yeah. Sneaking around it is. I think that hits everything we needed to ask. Does anyone else have anything before we turn
Perception
around
check.
and start walking the direction we came from? Sorry, say what?
Perception check from Marmela.
Broken 20.
You notice that there are some dwarvish runes, strangely enough, on some of these stonework here.
Can I make out what they say?
Give me a... They don't have that skill anymore, fuck. Where's go look at one of your tokens so I can look at the skill list and make sure I got the right skill.
Stone cunning.
No, it's not stones cunning. Nope.
Magma dwarves don't even get that.
How can you be a dwarf and not have stone
Oh,
cunning?
they do have that skill. What am I talking about? Give me a history check.
The
18.
stones.
18. All right. So
To be
looking
fair, that's
over
the same as I could
some
get,
of the stonework
possibly.
here, you notice that there is a sign, a dwarven carving that you recognize coming from perhaps not exactly Dwalin, but the clan that Dwalin is from. The clan that founded Bangalore. What's weird, though, is that seeing this sign, the founder of Bangalore, Dwalin, he never came this way. They traveled from north to the south, specifically from the province of Narvost, on the mountain ridge there, having traveled along the river through the swamp, well, at the time it was a forest, down south to the mountain pass where Bangalore was founded. What's weird is that you can see several other runic symbols, kind of all like carved into these stones here, but you can also make out there's carvings further along over here.
Armella lifts up the visor of her sallet and is pretty noticeably distracted by these carvings.
What you looking at?
She indicates the most puzzling one, which was thusly described, and will relay what she knows about and why it's so puzzling to find it here. Also, following up, asking Soraya if she might know about this.
Mean Saffronia?
Yeah, sorry, I got mixed up with the names.
Let's see here. So you're saying, do you know anything about the Dwarvish runes here?
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure of exact wording.
Do you know anything about the Dwarvish runes here? Particularly, this one is a bit confusing to me. Its placement here seems anomalous.
Yes, dwarves moved through this pass some time ago. They carved that entrance there, made a pass through the stone, the mountain to the other end. I'm not quite sure what they did within there, but the tunnels go deep. They left that marker there as they pointed the archway, as a warning of sorts. They did not see my presence, but they felt safe here, but they warned those from entering. I do not speak Dwarvish, sadly.
Isn't that the entrance to the underground passage, Maxie?
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have gone in there now that I think about it. Although I didn't know Dwarvish, so you know. That would have been nice to know, Dwarvish people. You should tell your... Well, no, I'm gonna carve into that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go do that. In common, like a... She's gone, mumbling to herself.
Warning, here be goblins.
She's climbing up this statue. Carve.
How good of a carve job is it?
She's nimble.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh,
I mean,
damn.
it's not Dwarvish work, but you know, for a halfling, that's pretty good.
Nice.
There we go. Now no more people will get murdered by goblins or captured by them. Well,
Well,
unless they go
no
in there
more
anyways.
illiterate people.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I really wouldn't say nobody.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Where you go? Okay,
She's gonna carve a picture of a goblin face. Back.
there we go. Okay, now we're.
How good's the goblin face?
It's all right. It's like a stick figure.
It's definitely a gobo
Okay.
of sorts.
It's just a slightly racist caricature.
Where's Boblin? Come on. And
I'm
general
back.
chat. There he is.
All right, all right.
Well, so I suppose that's everything.
So you don't know of any purification rituals or the like that could be performed?
Afraid not.
Okay, then we'll wing it. That's kind of what we do.
I know it's possible to hallow a place, but that's beyond my power.
Perhaps something in that vile temple has information on it. They were at one point druids, so
Maybe there'll be another convenient book that tells us exactly how to do it, conveniently stored next to the thing that lets
how
us
convenient
do
would
the
that
thing.
be? Surely the
Yeah,
DM wouldn't do that twice in a row.
I'm feeling
Um,
lucky today.
Yeah, Lady Luck had our back that one time. I don't think it's gonna happen twice. But I've been wrong. Well, I suppose we should get moving.
Wait.
Well,
These are Menhir stones, right? You can use them to travel between Menhir stones.
Yes. Although the corruption is beginning to sap their energy.
Yeah.
Can we still attune to these ones here?
Could. Although if you're attuned to him and the corruption takes full control, I do not know what would happen.
Hmm.
Basically, if you're going to attune to him, make sure you finish this quest before the corruption takes hold. So before the Halloween.
That's a hell of a warning. Well,
We live here. In for
Sure.
a penny, in for a pound.
I like the way you think.
It might be better to cleanse the corruption first, then
Well-
attune to him.
Well, as long as we do it in time, we should be fine. It's just
There's something else we could try as well.
What's that?
Sage, I would like to roll a religion check to tell if ceremony, which I just barely got by leveling up, might be able to help, like stunt the corruption at all.
Roll me a religion check.
17.
Ryla coming in with those int rolls.
I know.
that's Hangel's job.
Let's see here. Oh, 17. Nice. It might help, but it might like extend the duration by like a day or two here specifically, but it's not going to help the force as a whole. The corruption is too strong for such a
Easily spell.
it's not basic, but a early circle spell. It's the best way.
That's true. I mean, I've only got second level spells, so I'm working with what I've got here, people.
I've only got third, so
Back in character.
I only have second.
You guys are getting spells?
Well, only 2. Well, then.
Shame.
Alright.
Are y'all wanting to take the risk for some, I assume, easy travel?
well, we'll have to come back here to use this travel point anyway, so
No. We would just need another stone, as far as we know. Her sisters is probably also connected with these. And there's some in the basement of the Glen.
those seemed damaged though. I'm not sure if they can be used in their current state.
If the energy here is being sapped, it's probably doubly sapped there. I say it doesn't hurt.
I'm for it.
We're gonna get this done anyways, aren't we?
Little motivation never hurt anyone.
Yeah.
So are we attuning to the Menhir stones?
I'm not hearing objections, so
Can you end your attunement to the stones, Sage?
Nope.
Right. Well, the siblings aren't, but the rest of you are good too.
Armello will not.
I'd rather.
It's pretty much of if there's a majority for it, because at that point, then we're just kind of using an hour for.
Well, I can use the hour to change Minerva's form to my improved familiar, so.
That's fair too. If people want an hour of more chilling.
Ooh.
Good talk. Sure, why not? Yeah, let's just
Unless anyone is dragging Ignatius away from the stone saying, no, we gotta go, he's sitting down and attuning.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for another headache.
All right.
He's not easily deterred.
Sit down, attune, and for 1 minute he's gonna summon that harmonica
Oh,
again.
Sage, I have a quick question. That custom spell I just barely made, can I use that, or is that something I have to develop / unlock?
You're going to have to unlock that. Any custom spells are not something you can use freely. They do require, as JC said, research or in-game action to acquire.
Sad day. Enhanceability it is.
A 25 for 1 minute. I get to play the harmonica because prestidigitation.
Aha! All right.
Yes, we're just
So-
chilling.
As the party begins to chill for an hour.
I am not chilling.
Well,
I am staying on guard.
Well, what I'm saying is, you're here for an hour. Quick thing happens. You guys are attuning. Was Kenna attuning? I didn't hear what you were saying in that.
No, I wasn't in tuning.
I know you guys weren't. All right. So something happens as you are waiting within the valley, whether being on guard or prepping spells or
Changing a familiar.
changing familiars or whatnot. Something would strike at Daniel. Their mind ablaze as white light pours from their eyes. A vision. We're going to apples.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you ready for apples?
Sure.
All right. So, as the white light strikes your mind, it's not painful. It's actually quite pleasant, unlike what it seemed like for those who were watching. You receive a vision. You are standing in a clear field by the lake, by your home, Dwindle. You see your family surrounded by hobs, their forms angered, aggressive. But you see, surrounding the town itself, a barrier of light, a barrier of fire, as Hestia drives back this menace. You hear in your mind Makazalean's voice. You have done what you can for your sister, but you are needed elsewhere. Two paths divulge. Yours lies to the east, hers to the west. Together, while stronger, people will fall. Separate, more will be saved. I've done what I can to end the corruption in Dwendale. But more rises to the north. Hestia has helped what she can. Her form is still weakened. But the corruption in your family has been purified. I ask of you, as my warlock, travel through the pass, or through the Waste Shrine, if you have a menhir stone on the eastern side. Travel north. Find Sir Cord. Work with him to end the corruption in the capital. Do this, and many lives will be saved. Fail. And, well, my power will be limited in what I can provide you, your sister, or your family. But my light is with you, now and always. And the vision ends. We can go back to the others, unless you have any questions real quick.
Has Daniel attuned to the Menhir stones? By I assume it would be in that forest there.
Let's see here.
His profession was a hunter, so maybe?
There's a chance. It's not guaranteed because it's pretty far away from Dundalay, but let's give it a roll. High or low?
Oh boy. Hi.
Would you like to spend any destiny?
Do I want to spend any destiny? No.
Alright. You are not tuned to them. Only Renea.
Oh boy. Word of Recall would be a useful spell right now. Too bad it's 6th level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that was the only question I had.
Alright, then we can join the others. Hello, we're back from outer space. Just walked in to see that sad look upon your face. Their eyes are no longer blindingly white.
Huh.
I assume Renee was freaking out.
A little, yeah.
Is that boy done being
He's fantastic.
possessed?
Whoa. That's what a vision is like. So, Ren, I saw our home surrounded by hobs, but there was a barrier of light and fire around it. It caused Ezekiel said that him and Hestia have kept as much of the corruption at bay as they can, but there's more coming from the north. He told me to head back east and then go north, seek out Sir Cord, and help him put an end to the corruption in the capital. And if I fail to do so, many people will suffer.
Oh, goddamn.
She looks down at the ground, kind of plays with her hands a bit, then looks up, spreading her wings and floating up a couple of inches, so she's standing level with her brother. Go. I can do this now. He'll hug her. She'll hug him. Thank you for being there for me. Of course. Anytime. After letting go of Renea, he'll look at Ignatius. Do you know how to get into contact with Cord?
Actually, yeah, I've got this sending stone here. Did you want to use that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ignatius tosses him the stone.
Who should I send the sending to?
It only works for Cord. It works for whoever has the other sending stone, so.
Yeah, but who am I Who do I
Oh,
DM the message
JC.
to?
Well, DM it to JC and JC DM it to me so I can fill you in with info.
25 words. This is
Convention adventures are
Renee's
finally coming together.
brother.
Just because you tire characters doesn't mean I'm not using them for the plot. Feel when you guys meet the Hobgoblin gang again.
Go on, yeah! Hey, canonically, there's now an orc who's probably working for him right now. Who's getting some plate armor out of it. Heck yeah!
We have a paladin off.
Because that is my, level 1 backup. Go, yeah!
They're growing more powerful than you ever realized. What you all haven't realized is that Avon is the corruption in the north. He's already taken over Troubadour with his so superior level 3 illusion magic.
And Spana medicine. Gets only more weird.
There we go. I sent the message. And then he will look at Maxie after sending the message. I guess he would have said it out loud. So, this is Renee's brother, Daniel. I was told to seek you out to end corruption in the capital. Where can I meet you? And then he'll look at Maxie. So the quickest way back east is through the pass, but I can't see in the dark. I can turn me and 2 others invisible, though. Would you and another ranger be willing to help me through the pass?
Yeah, I can get you a guide. I can guide you and get a ranger to help us out through there. Maybe a druid too, because goblins. Well, unless you can only do 1 invisible or 2 invisible.
I can turn 3 of us.
Okay,
Well,
so-
3 people invisible.
So yeah, another
At a
ranger
time.
then, or maybe a druid instead of a ranger. So if we want to have a rabbit friend or something, I don't really know.
Something.
Druids, specifically good against...
No, it's just if we
Damn
wanted to
greenskins?
turn it into a horse and they can run away in fear and terror. 'Cause goblins don't like
Oh,
horses
okay.
or dogs. Although I think they just kill dogs at sight. So
Oh, that's just messed up.
I mean,
Dumb old
they have a dog
greenskins.
slicer and a horse chopper, so it's kind of in their weapon catalog.
Dumb as a box of rocks, those things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, some are good, but those ones are rude. Anyways, but we back and head on through there.
And I guess that puts us down 1 guide. Unfortunate.
The Fateful 8 breaking up already.
Dell will speak up. If you're going east, and the rest of you are going towards a dragon, can I go with the people going east?
that might be
Good
for
to know you're committed to the cause.
that might
Something's
be for
bothering
the
me
best.
about all that, actually.
I'm just someone not wanting to be endangered. I was.
You
I was
ended
captured.
up down here in Stag's Glen, but we ran into Elizabeth on the eastern side of the pass, captured by goblins. How exactly did that happen? Because you're both in the same party and were attacked by the same people, but ended up split so far apart?
Yeah, she escaped. Remember? She escaped and fled. At least that's what you told me, or what she told you.
I mean, sometimes it is best just to run from a fight that you can't win.
Did she tell her that? I actually don't remember out of character.
Pretty sure she told you that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. She did say that.
Well, that might be
Still
for the
strange that
best.
she ended up on the other side of the mountains, though.
Surprised she made it that far. She is a lucky girl.
Luck's a powerful
Insight.
thing. Luck is a powerful thing.
You're like Narik now.
26 insight.
Interesting.
Yeah,
My highest possible roll.
Narik's thought process lives on. Soon, Renee,
I'm
it's just
messaging
gonna
you, so
start going around poking people with silver. And then she's gonna get imprisoned. And then she's just gonna escape. Get dominated, and then we're gonna have to kill Renee. It's gonna be a whole cyclical cycle of no
Boy, wouldn't that be an interesting turn of events?
Although if Renee gets
I wouldn't
dominated
joke
but
about
doesn't get
Renee
access
being-
to her spells while dominated, it'd be hilarious. Oh yeah, here I go. Punch you for -2 damage.
John is not against shooting birds.
All right, got it.
So where are we gonna head first?
I suppose you can go with us, although, well, if we have a druid, they can turn into a small animal and hide, and then that still leaves 3 of us to turn invisible. So, yeah.
We should probably all head back west to Stag's Glen, and
There we
let
can part
them-
ways.
Yep.
We'll go from Stag's Glen up north and deal with problems as they come, I guess.
I've not been keeping count of time. It, like, you're supposed to feel something when you're fully attuned to these things, or I don't know how nature magic works.
Well, you're not supposed to get a headache at the end.
Okay.
Renee would know if there's a demon, but I don't remember.
Oh, how many days since you had your vision, Ignatius?
Let's see. That was back at the Crying Goat place.
Oh God.
Oh yes.
So, there's the entirety of the downtime, the
So that's
trek
19.
through the mountain.
Okay, remind me in 3 days to send you a vision.
Right on.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm just gonna put in my notes. Send Ignatius vision. Okay. Cool. We're good.
Cool.
All right. So yes, vision has been achieved. I've sent things. I've sent other things. We're getting other things sent right now.
Also, I knew not to trust the royals. It goes all the way to the top.
All right, so should we head back?
Well, if we're attuned.
Rewind time.
Oh yeah, once we're tuned.
Oh, by the way, Ignatius,
Huh?
Cord
Yeah.
told me to tell you to be careful.
Please, I'm always careful.
He looks at you dubiously as you sit there and attune to the corrupted stones.
Careful is relative.
All right, you guys are attuned to the corrupted stones, and she's going back in her tree.
About my new
Thank
familiar,
goodness.
I literally pictured like a wisp, so just an orb of yellow light.
Hey, listen!
They can change color at will, so they can totally go blue, and they can do that, yes.
Listen, you son of a bitch! Stop!
They're yellow, that just means they're a set of Navi.
Tattle.
Yeah, the fairy's name was Tattle.
Let's see here.
Minerva has achieved a new form. She is evolving.
What,
And she is now the second smartest member of the party, I noticed, with an int of 13.
What color?
Just
What color is she?
you scroll through like spell
Yellow or
effects.
golden.
Fairy dragon's better.
Oh, really? It is.
I would argue that a gun makes the best companion.
At least in Int, it's a 14 instead of a 13. So
Oh, wow. Your fairy
Yeah,
dragon
I
is
think
the second smartest member of the party.
I'm gonna call Minerva Bobble.
A bubble.
There we go.
It's a Bobble.
Actually, let's put it on your hand so it looks like your hand's glowing. Excellent.
Perfect.
All
And
right.
it can turn invisible.
All right. So, as the party gathers forth at the edge of Lostrina Pass, everyone's going west because they need to go get a druid or a ranger, but you know. The party is going to split up as the, well, no longer 8.
Between the familiars and the horse, I think that counts as an 8th person.
There you go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Especially
Oh,
given that the
11.
2 familiars are smarter than everyone
I mean, if
else.
you're counting everyone, you're 11. Either way, you're
And
not
then,
8, so,
like-
you know.
Don't
And
worry
then like
about
with
it.
like
All
Mighty
right.
9, they're also counting the dead ones, and so if we started doing that, it would be like
No, we subtract the dead ones and the retired ones.
Mm. Also, on the walk back, John would share his, at least his drawing of the flaming eye symbol and ask it around with the party.
Is
they've
it a
seen
match?
before.
For Renea's vision of Sauron.
Are you going to show that as you guys are moving this way?
That is what Ethan said they wanted to do.
Is sharing just the symbol, not any of his instructions, just the symbol. He has it drawn on a separate page of his notebook for a reason.
So you're now showing the
Group. I'm showing like Renea, Daniel, I showed Hingle, show Darmilla and Kenna.
Alright, so you show them an image of Sauron's eye.
So it is a match.
It's not a Sauron, but you know.
But
But
yeah.
the same symbol.
Sauron's eye. No. We're gonna go to that goddamn island,
Picture you
and we're
showed us
going to
of the guy.
literally find a giant tower with a burning eye in it.
Where did you find this?
Oh,
John?
was reading through some of the books in the library one evening and saw it, and kind of made a little sense to me there.
Since it's probably going to come up soon.
Was taking notes, some symbols, so we could who knows?
Did the
Winnow
book say
needs to get
anything
some-
about it?
Not that I could tell.
Because that's the symbol on the man I saw,
Oh, jeez.
who was helping burn down my hometown in the vision. So
Well, that's clearly not a good thing.
I'd if you can find this book for me, I'd like to look through it.
Might be able to.
What?
Might be able to. I don't know where it was in the library.
It's not a big library. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. Welcome to the corner.
Alright,
Welcome to the corner.
so you do not pull this out, so I'm just going to delete that. You guys make your way, traveling through the woods for 2 more hours to reach Stag's Glen. Now then, would you guys like to do anything while here, or do you want to just continue north while your companions the 3 who are remaining, main. And
What, you mean NPC with 4 HP, you don't want to face a dragon? Or even if you pass the save, you still insta-die?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I think we could take 17 more days of downtime.
Hey,
Told we have a time limit of 12 days.
I think I have enough time to get that intimidation expertise going. I feel confident.
I want to become the Avatar.
Got to get the big scary going.
all right, I was just saying if you guys wanted to rest here real quick.
Hey, Sage,
I think we're fine.
if I completed all 4, would I unlock the Avatar class?
No.
Oh,
The Avatar class is restricted purely to the Avatar of the 4 elemental planes. So
okay, but
you have
would I
to
unlock
be.
the bending class?
So
Is that an origin bonus we can take?
Yeah, like, can one of us just say, I want to be the Avatar?
No.
Nah.
And in regards to your answer, there is a way to unlock the class. Doing that will not unlock it. There is a way that you can unlock it, and you can find one of the ways to unlock it here.
Cool.
But
Later.
the party will
Here.
split as these guys go east and you guys go north.
Wonderful.
Daniel, don't get into too much trouble in the capital. I'll try, but you know me. Those girls just can't keep their hands off me.
Danny
I don't
boy.
think a girl has made contact with you since I met you.
Hey, kid. John will give him a cigar, because that's his, only parting gift he has.
Thanks, John, but I don't really smoke, so...
Give it a try. And he goes, and John just turns
tuck the
You want a
cigar away,
cigarette?
but we'll never use it.
John 34. And here you go, have a cigar.
Also,
I'm down to 35 cigars.
immediately disproving what Ignatius says, Armello will go over and give him a hug. Danny boy, it's been good traveling with you. Hope we meet again soon. You take care of yourself.
Actually,
You
make
too.
that 34. John is going to light one up.
And,
Also,
can
we
keep
never
an
talked
eye on
about the
Rin for
puma
me.
and the rat.
I'd appreciate it.
Of course. Run along now. You got important business.
Fire's all over the place, it seems.
All right.
Hestia be with you all. You too, brother.
We
And
never
thus
talked
they
about the
depart.
puma and the rat or whatever is on that porch.
No one's talked about it. So
Rangers and
guys
their animal companions.
All right. You guys move
Cool.
northward. Traveling. Well, first you guys are moving west. So here we go to the world map.
Ignatius,
Alright.
it might be a good idea for you to be on Armilla's horse so you can get to the front lines quicker.
Wait, we're thinking look for.
Do you
the
mind,
book
Armilla?
of-
Oh, of course not. You've read them with me before, haven't you?
Yeah, just worth asking.
Come on, Doric.
You
Woo!
said something, JC.
We can look for a book with an I in it. There.
Oh, yes, we would have done that. John, can you find this book?
John will ask the librarian, there's in there, hey, it's like a book on symbols in here? I remember late night coming to grab one.
Symbols?
Yeah, I have a few books on symbols.
Okay, see him? Just real quick,
Any specific symbol you're looking for?
John will once again take out his notebook, flip it over, show the Sauron eye. Handy little notebook.
I mean, there's a few eye symbols that we know about. Nothing that look like that, though.
I kinda could have sworn. Well. No use fretting on it, I suppose.
All right. So,
Renee looks at John suspiciously.
Press X to doubt.
Would you like to start rolling?
I don't think
All
I
right,
need
so
to roll
what
in.
exactly is our game plan? Are we going to go to Valindran's Hold first, or are we going to go confront Soraya?
Okay.
19
Valindran's
insight.
Hold.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a tricky one.
And
Right
what are we
there,
going
little
to
lady.
do at Valindran's Hold?
Oh. Yeah,
So
John.
the plan, as Ignatius understands it, is to find a freaky, glowy, and creepy gift statue and hit it with a hammer.
Okay.
No.
Do I have to roll multiple or
Rotate the
just
statue
one?
to face the orb. And then we went inside the statue to the abyss and we severed something there, presumably.
Wait, are we
Where
going
did
to
we
the
get-
abyss?
That's what the vision seems to suggest.
Do I roll multiple or do you just go off of my one
Let's go with the one.
deception? Okay,
It's
yeah.
generally one deception, and everyone who is interested in inciting you rolls their own. Versus
well.
your one.
Well, shame. I low rolled.
Mhm.
I don't even think the roll's really necessary. What you said
Yeah,
was
well-
kind of provably false.
Well, that, you know, just
You're like, there's a book. We get there. There is no book.
there was a book. He just drew it wrong.
The book is a
Maybe.
lie.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we get
So-
to the hold. We mess with some statues. We kind of wing it, and maybe do something with an abyss, and then we win.
That should stop the corruption, but then we'll have to cleanse her tree. Not sure how to do that.
Well, it sounds
That's
like
probably
to me
where
to
we kill the
cleanse
dragon.
it. We kill the dragon.
Well, the dragon's lair is considerably further north. I know that much.
So we'll have lots of time to figure out how the hell we're gonna do that before we get there. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Maybe she's a very young dragon? Dragons are stronger the older they are, right?
I feel like you could say that
That's
about any
correct.
species.
I've been working on a little formula in my free time. It's a really good way to protect someone from poison. I don't have it right now, but I could have it by tomorrow.
I can prepare spells that provide similar protection, although only to one person at a time.
A dragon's weak against bullets.
And I do have plenty of antitoxin.
Well, we can talk while we walk.
Indeed. So, you guys are wishing to travel northward. Do you bring anyone with you? Or are you just going with the party?
A ranger guide.
Let's bring Callahan. Let's bring Callahan.
That's 2 votes for Callahan.
Callahan,
All
I'll
right.
bribe him with a cigar.
We're bringing Callahan. Let me go.
give him some frankenbeans.
Um,
Oh.
Give
We
him
didn't
the
kill him
Frankenbean.
last time, so we have to try again.
So, you guys are traveling northwards. Would you like to go at slow, medium, or fast pace?
Medium.
Medium.
All right.
I mean, you could travel more west at first, dodge the river.
Well, I assume our rangers would know the fastest way.
You're right. And a river time. Oh?
So Daniel would have given his sister most of his gold and the diamond before he departed.
But what if we need to revivify Cord? JC's characters are notoriously mortal.
Are notoriously mortal.
Yeah, some kind of government employee insurance.
Notoriously mortal is the greatest thing I've heard in a while.
All right. As you guys get here within the foothills that surround the edges of Lendrin's Hold, begin to see the corruption, well, more obvious at this point. All around you can see pools of swamp water, trees oozing with a thick black ichor. However, night has begun to fall. You guys can rest here, or you can move onward.
I vote forced march. We're so close.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are particularly tired, right?
I will.
I should probably rest for Iron Wing.
Okay. Yeah.
Except
can
they're only
set
at
up a camp
exhaustion
just
2
there.
instead of exhaustion 3.
I can make a little hut. I learned that.
It would actually put me at exhaustion 1 instead of 2.
Oh, okay.
Well, That would
But
be
if they
my
fail
goal.
the force march, then they're at exhaustion 3 and worthless in battle.
Yeah, let's
Alright,
rest here a bit.
guys decide to rest.
With the tiny hut, because Canada is the best.
Okay.
Let's see if there's any encounter.
Well, Doric will have to solo because the rest of us are in a tiny hut.
Boy,
Would you like to adjust my encounter roll? With Destiny.
Nope.
I'm not
No.
going to use Destiny.
Yes, I see all the oh god, please don't use Destiny with all the Destiny uses recently. Yes, delicious. That
I
filled
recently moved into the least Destiny points used after Hingle's
you're actually,
juiced up, so I gotta protect the record.
you're actually tied with Tingle right now. 2 and 2 for each
Oh,
of you.
what?
Yeah, 2-2, and Ethan's got 3, and then it's
Uh.
7 Harley, 9 for Jordan, and 14 for JC.
You know what, Max? I think you really should use a Destiny point on.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn, boy.
Holy fuck. Okay, well, yeah, let's just not.
Alright, so let's roll on a counter check, or counter thing. 289. What is that up here? Alright. Let's see. Forest Trail 2.
Prize, it's something with dispel magic. Your hut.
An archwizard appears, turns us all into dragons.
You know?
Party wipe time.
We find a jar, it opens, revealing an evil witch, and she decides it's time to conquer the earth.
Isn't that basically the jar in Hingle's backpack?
John
No,
surprisingly finds an
That's a
odd
demon.
deck of cards and pulls one.
It's the moon card.
Nah,
Make a wish.
he would absolutely, dude. He wished some Frankenbean. Yeah,
An endless supply of frankenbeans.
the endless can of beans.
A decanter of frankenbeans.
Frankenbeans.
John's can of bottomless beans.
John's can of bottomless
Powerful
beans.
magic item.
You laugh.
Once
but
a
wait till we're
day.
out in the desert.
Once a day, it can produce half a gallon of Frankenbeans.
Let's
It's
see
perfect.
here.
Nah.
Callahan. You bring him with
He
you
got
guys.
wish. Things would get real interesting real quick.
Alright. So. Here is your party. Here is your tiny hut.
Yeah, okay. John would have taken the time to also put the silencer onto
Yeah.
his gun.
Yeah, I'll put my silencer on as well.
I've instructed Doric to loudly whinny at the first sign of trouble.
Very good.
Which y'all will.
And my familiar's
Noted.
keeping watch while invisible.
John's gun is now different. It's got an odd tube on the top of it, and the general design's a little stranger. It's got a kind of like the revolving chamber on Cal's gun. It's now got kind of one of those situated at the back.
But you did see it again?
Yeah. Did a little bit of tinkering here and there. It's made some improvements.
It looks really nice.
Is there a deception roll incoming?
Technically, that's all completely true. Technically, that's completely true. He did some tinkering and he got some upgrades.
What does it do now?
It's up to you if you still want to roll inside or not, but it's up to you if you believe him, but yeah. So I throw on a scope onto it, which just kind of what I'm calling it. You can look through it and see things. I basically attached a typical telescope. I assume those exist on to the top of it.
Pretty sure telescopes are an old invention.
Yeah, so I'm going with it.
Spyglass is listed in the player's handbook.
Yeah, so it basically attached on a spyglass. It allowed it to also change magnification, but
Really?
well, think of it like Ben Franklin's like bifocals. He just like flicks in a lens, like in or out.
Huh. You know, when I get that fire rifle from that magician, I need to make myself one of those.
So you guys are here in your tiny hut. Who
Oh, and
is on first
five
watch?
of the six of them are 5 of the 6 of the slots on in the chamber are all glowing different colors.
I'll take first watch.
Right on.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Doric will take fourth watch.
I'll take second along with John, because you can't see in the dark, can you?
Why do I keep forgetting my limitations? Matt.
Who was
Third
third?
point.
The bat will sleep.
I'm third.
And fourth?
And I'll take 4.
Alright. Got that for the watch.
And Renee's familiar can't be exhausted, so it's also up for all watch. All 4.
Bam. I'm just gonna make a macro for this for ease. Let's make a new one. Watch. Order. Bam. Alright. Cool. That is the watch. Which watch are we dealing with? Kenna! You're the chosen one, but first,
Oh my.
Armilla, your watch goes by relatively peacefully. There is the obvious signs of like the dripping, the bubbling from the nearby pools of marsh and the trees oozing, but even the sounds of wildlife here hasn't really diminished too much. It's sounds of hooting owls. Now and then there's a sound of a rat or some other field mice being screeched in pain because, you know, caught by an owl. Crickets. But, no, it's all pretty good. It's all
Well, Derek, you know, I never. She's just talking to her horse. Well, you know, I never liked swampland, but seems like a pretty peaceful night. That said, I think I'm still gonna sleep in my armor. Something about being out here. It's a bit unnerving.
Ah, yes. The very painterly horse.
I agree.
Alright, second watch. John and Renea. Your watch goes by also relatively uneventfully. You would have, at one point through watch, a snapping of a twig as a deer does jump by, kind of like moving through this undergrowth here. But it's kind of just like going. Other than that, it's just of interest, not really an encounter or anything like that. No other issue.
Just a deer. Okay.
For some little more intro.
Alright, third watch. Hingle. McRingleberry! Your watch, like the other watches, has gone by relatively uneventfully. You would, in fact, make sure I had this proper real quick. You would notice that there's a bit of a gulping with the ooze at this point in time. The ooze seems to be like dribbling out, more like in waves rather than like a little pool. So it's getting thicker at night, this late at night. So that's a little weird.
Concerning.
But otherwise, no change. Yeah. no encounter.
And the dreaded fourth watch.
Indeed! So, the fourth watch is a thing that requires one thing to bring up real quick. If I can't find it, I cannot find it. Where is
Don't forget you'll have 2 perception checks, Brayden. One for you and one for your familiar.
Come on, I need to look this up.
And a third one for your
Yeah,
familiar.
I got them both. They're both the same.
So for your watch, give me perception checks. Which I believe... Yeah.
I know. Sidekick dying.
No.
What are you talking about, JC?
Oh, no shit.
So we got a 19 and
Oh, thank you, sidekick.
Too late. My familiar has a 17.
Alright. So, throughout your night, things are fairly calm for the most part, but at one point throughout the night, kind of later in the watch, well, it's a little concerning, but I'll just scroll down to get the right name real quick. You notice that a burning comet flies through the air. This is troublesome for one reason, is whenever a comet of at least large enough size that it does draw notice flies past, most everyone is jumpy. Because the last time this happened, well, let me just go to the map of the world real quick.
Do not tell me that a like 236 roll is another one.
So that made you a little jumpy, because the last time that a comet flew past of at least noticeable size, a crater on the eastern continent was formed and
That's
shook
like
the
a-
entire Earth, which surprisingly did not kill everyone like it probably would have.
That's directly opposite of us, isn't it? Like literally on the exact other side of the planet.
I mean, it's it's over there.
Like if you jumped in a hole here, you'd come out there.
Maybe. Anyways, you guys, the last time you felt that, it was some time ago, but that's still concerning. But that's not what's really important. As after you kind of jump a bit upon seeing that comet, you hear a branch snapping from the north. And another one. You begin hearing speech in Oklo. Make these things visible. As a patrol of corrupted stags moving. Let me go grab the Oklo language.
R.I.P. Doric.
We knew thee well, and will keep knowing you because you are easily revived.
Doric is a lot like John's gun.
So, question.
If it breaks, you just resummon it.
Does anyone mechanically snore?
Actually, I should probably roll for that.
It's already been decided that Armella does, so there's at least.
I'm like high as he doesn't.
So
Yeah, no, John snores.
okay, so knowing that both of them snores, Kevin's gonna run over, wake them up real quick. Just tell her, be quiet.
What you would hear in Oklo, so only those who understand Oklo would understand this. You'd hear a conversation between these two here.
The Queen said they are moving north. On these woods somewhere. Camping, I bet. Yeah. What we heard must be traveling in a large band. Quiet! Do not want to wake them if they are sleeping. It's fair. mean, they might just think we're some animal. They're like, our language is pretty weird. Have you heard our language? It's basically Orcish from Lord of the Rings. I mean, mechanically speaking, that is true. Stop breaking the fourth wall, damn it!
Would they wake the rest of us yet?
Renee is up because a familiar would have woken her.
And I kind of assume my line sense will wake me up.
No,
I wouldn't say.
you are exhausted, my dude. You are not waking unless someone forcefully wakes you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You hear something? No? Ah! Keep an eye out. The Queen said they were near here. That's why I said keep an eye out. Oh look, blood. Maybe they're nearby. That's a lot of blood. And footprints.
Renee's familiar would follow them invisibly.
Alright. Where'd this lead to?
And time for the adventure of the second party.
And they would leave. Off map.
What in Sam hell was that?
So Renee's familiar would still be following them. Since I have Voice of the Chain Master, so I've got infinite range telepathy. About, 40 feet up. Hovering, invisible.
From what I could tell, they were looking for us or somebody like us.
Those
Ordered by
things
some
have intelligent
queen.
thought.
Yeah, it seemed.
Okay.
Did they say anything helpful, or just that they were looking for us?
Just this that they were ordered by their queen to find us, but other than that, not really too much of interest. Mostly just the fact that they have a queen and there seems to be a hierarchy.
Well, they're made out of wood, so it
Pretty sure I
could
heard
be-
like one of them say something about a fourth one.
They're made
Oh,
out of
wait.
wood, so that
I don't
could
speak that
be
language.
Nemephia, or it could be the dragon. I could see Soraya wanting to call herself a queen, from what I've heard of her.
I very badly have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright. At this point in time, your orb, Minerva, would
Yep.
telepathy back. It has seen them find the end of this blood trail. An injured hunter, an injured ranger of Stag's Glen, which they swiftly dispatch. They then take the body and begin moving it northeast.
You were pointing that out because we missed that, didn't you?
Minerva, continue to follow.
I'm not hearing a no.
Alright. They're going to be traveling for a while, so.
Yeah, I can call Minerva back as 2 actions if necessary.
Well, John's going back to sleep.
Quick question though. Does the Voice of the Chain Master increase the range that you can cast a spell through your familiar too, or is that still limited to the 100 feet?
The look of power.
That's still limited to the 100 feet.
Yeah, because generally if it doesn't specifically do something, it doesn't.
Yeah, if it doesn't specifically, then yeah, it doesn't.
Okay. That's why I took Healing Word over Cure Wounds.
Alright. So, with that, the night goes by uneventfully because you guys did not trigger combat. But, yeah. The orb
Sad
is gone.
yeehaw noises.
The orb does not return in the morning.
Does it have any updates though?
They are still moving through the woods.
I have
North-
returned.
northeast. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, shall we
Minerva's been tracking those things through the night. They found someone from Stag's Glen and ended them. And then they
And
started
we
moving their
watched
body.
this happen because
Yeah.
It was quite a ways away. I didn't see them until they had already seen them, and that was through Minerva, so there was nothing I could have done.
stopped them while they were following the trail of blood and footsteps.
Uh,
I should make these
She just
boards.
kind of looks down.
I mean, I wouldn't have been against to some fighting.
Whatever. Done is done. Let's get moving.
All right. You have successfully achieved a long rest as the party makes way northward.
And now the bat is speedy once more.
For almost an hour, you travel northwards and reach Valendrin's Hold. Let me just mark the time off real quick.
And we'll pick it up there next.
We are going to pick up next time because it's probably
Wait,
best
really?
not to have an hour of going into Valendrin's Hold and then stopping. Because
It'd be too loud.
next week is going to be off because of camping, so you guys are going to be
Right.
unable to do any RP chat for 2 weeks if we do. So
That is fair.
yeah, so I'm going to get you guys there so you guys can look at the outside, and then we're going to import the map in because I don't think it's in the... Yeah, it's not in.
I got a 25 perception.
Four.
Just around the area, making sure we're not being stalked or followed.
Gotcha. You would not notice any corrupted stags, but you would see a few squirrels shaking their fists at you, as well as a deer that bounds off upon hearing a branch snap from the hoof of Doric.
Did the stags take the body to Valendrin's Hold, or did they take it elsewhere?
They're moving it past Valendrin's Hold northward.
In the direction of the Dragon's Lair?
They are still moving north-northeast, which can assumedly be in that direction, yes. Let's see, maps. Valendrin's Hold, not basement, normal.
So they weren't taking the body here, but they're going further north. Should I continue following them or summon Minerva back to help us scout out the fortress? What do you guys think?
Well, they're kind of long gone beyond our relevant concerns. Minerva can probably do us more good back here. We kind of know where they're going anyway.
Probably the Dragon's Lair.
Alright. As you guys arrive within the autumnal forest... Oh, I'm not in player view. Oh, because I'm not on your map. That's why. Control F and E. Here we go.
Renee will summon Minerva back with the 2 actions.
She will do so, or she will not?
She will.
Okay, let me go. I'll plop her in. But, as you guys arrive here, you see the large structure. It is not the Fog of Ward. 1 second. I thought it was Fog of Ward. Defaulted. I can't have you guys see the interiors. That's important not to see.
Time to see how good Narik's map of the interior is, and if we recognize that as a map of the interior. Because he never told us.
That's Narik for you.
Thank you.
I did.
Silent
He pointed at
Wiki.
it like Captain said, inside.
Large map is large.
But it's mostly just like lines, so you're gonna have to like take guesses at some point. That map is not made for 3D.
Nope. Alright. Large maps are very large. Did you know that?
I think it's in the name.
Yeah. I think you might be right. Almost like halfway done with going through this map. Fog of War's tools. There's a lot of secrets in this place, so you know it can't really not have it fogged.
Secret.
Yes.
I would like to investigate everything.
Alright, there we go. Now it should be fogged. Looking through it. Yep, we're good. Alright. Zooming out, the large structure with its swirling purple walls seem to echo or resemble the night sky during a specific event. You're not quite sure, but it's the swirling of, well, space, starlight, strange energies throughout. It's quite beautiful and strange. You can see around the area the corruption has taken hold, strongest to the northeast. But the snaking vines all throughout, and each tree here is oozing this black ichor. What's more, is you can hear and see things moving throughout the windows within. Things of a bipedal nature that seem somewhat satyr-like, or maybe different. What's more, is to the northeast, within this chamber here, you hear calling out a painful screech, sounding like a massive bird of huge size. You have found Valentrin's Hold. You are free to retreat, as you have not been noticed yet, which gives you guys the ability to campsite chat, but you have entered Valentrin's Hold, which is filled with demons. So, that is where we'll continue next session, which is 2 weeks from now.
I love the sudden
you-
shift from Fae to demons.
So don't use the fire bullets. Gotcha.
I mean, there would be a bit more of a lead up to it, but you guys kind of purified and instead of fight the damn soup, so you know, there's more lead up. But yeah,
Well,
there's also
there's
RP
Fae,
leading up to it.
Navasu.
But yeah, there's RP and stuff, but you know, it's anyways. We're gonna call it here. Hope you all had fun. Hope stream enjoyed.
Damn.
We'll see you next time. Oh, goodbye.